Hey everyone, Dev here. We are in the final stages of a fairly comprehensive war victory against the Bangladeshi clan. Worth noting in this particular lineup that we don't have any engineers at all. We went with a completely stock standard lineup, so everyone you see here is not engineered. All right, and the matchup we ended up getting was quite fair in terms of the amount of town hall levels. They had some engineers, number 5 in particular, didn't have an eagle artillery, etc. And so when you have, what we've seen so far is when you have a lineup of non-engineered bases, you are going to get the advantage against an engineered clan. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, the point of this video is to show you their attacks so far and how they are actually not the best examples of how to Laloon. So we'll start with Insun Joy, going with the second attack, which was not a good Laloon. Right, so what have we got here? Dark Crystal has got an asymmetric base, good start. We've got some air defenses that aren't necessarily in a pattern, again, a good start. We've got a deep CC, and we've got a queen that's relatively easily accessible, or at least lured out. So maybe CC wants to have a look at that particular situation. Here we go. So the attack starts from basically dropping the loons and the hounds, going with a herp-derp mass spam attack. Okay, so here comes the CC, and those air defenses weren't mined or bombed, so I suppose again CC needs to take a look at that one. Taking the 2 poisons, level 2 and a level 5, takes out all the archers, but look, the dragon is still up. Oh, and the queen is still up. Ooh, the loons went straight over the top, and any hound pups that were there didn't do enough damage, and the queen can just pick them off. So we'll just fast forward this one. You can see that the dragon is just going to roast those little pups. Okay, the big hound is still up. When it bursts, it's probably going to cause a few issues for that dragon, who's very low on his little hit points. Okay, no, turns out it didn't. And we've got a case of your Laloon failing because... No, dragon went down. Because your CC kill was not good enough, and your queen kill wasn't good enough either. Alright, so previous videos I have said first phase, second phase, possibly even third phase, you need to kill the CC in a Loon attack. No ifs or buts or maybes, you have to kill the CC. It is not negotiable. Alright, if you can get the queen and a couple of expos too, fantastic. Alright, now, turns out that the queen took out that Loon, alright, which is what saves the day here. Now you're going to say, oh, but Dev, this guy ended up getting a high 2-star on a base that was 3 levels up from him. Rubbish. Okay, a Town Hall 9 should be 3-starring another Town Hall 9 when it comes to Laloon. Alright, so kill the CC first, if I haven't made it clear enough. Okay, next one. Oop. Next one is going to be MD Cezanne. Okay. Sitting at number 8. Alright, again, we have got Dr. J. Dr. J has an asymmetric base, and his air defenses aren't necessarily in any kind of pattern. He's got a deep CC, and he's got a deep enough queen that is going to cause some problems here. So again, Town Hall 9 with some strong heroes, taking 2 poisons, which is good for the CC, but doesn't end up doing the deed. So it goes in with a king and a queen. Alright, not even a hog to help draw the CC. Alright, that's a bit complacent. Drops the loons down in a nice fan. Then the hounds 1, 2, so they're paired up. Disagree with that as well. You want to spread out that meat shield capacity. Poisons off the troops as he sees them. Tries to anyway. Baby dragon ends up escaping. Queen doesn't even get troubled by any of the pups. So again, this person, MD Cezanne, dropping down to Dr. J, has flipped the coin. Alright, that relatively small expo, level 1, going to do a number on some of those loons before it eventually drops. But that CC dragon and that queen are the ones that are going to cause the most grief to this attacker. So it's a pretty good example of what not to do. Right, so we'll just speed up and watch what's going on. Alright, so just a little bit of cleanup now. Nothing much more to report. While that's happening, I'm going to share an attack for you to see Omega in the, there it is, see Omega in the in a defense against a Loon as well. Okay, so Laloon attacks, again, pretty fragile. You've got to kill off CC first. If you don't, you lose. It's that simple. Okay, so here we go. Here is Omega's raid. Well, okay, a defense against. And we'll take a look here. So what's Omega's base doing? There's no Infernos. We've got an attacker bringing in some level 3 hounds. So this person is a Town Hall 10. Alright, I've got some Town Hall defenses with some high level arch towers. I've got some mid-level wizard towers. I've got 2 expos being upgraded. And I've got 1 expo sitting right here. The thing is, I've got the queen sitting separated from any defenses. And I've got a CC which is a little interestingly placed as well. So this person wanted to get the triple here using a lot of their hounds. Bam, bam, bam. There were my mines sitting right there because I knew the path they were going to take. Bam, bam. Okay, so dropping those hounds. My defenses are set up so that I've got the channeling effect. I'm sort of funneling the loons away from the critical structures of the Dark and the Town Hall. And the queen sitting in the pocket there gets to take out all the loons. And look, they ignore her. Skeletons on air. And queen doing a great job. A few hastes here trying to get the queen in vain. But it's not going to be enough. Alright, the sweeper has pushed the loons away from the Dark and away from the Town Hall. The CC didn't come out because it was all giants and boulders, which was a bit embarrassing of me. But hey, I didn't even need them in this particular case. And the next minute and 43, 44 seconds is just the baby dragon or 2 trying to pick up some percentage. Okay, so again, really easy to defend against Laloon. You have to make sure that your CC is hard to kill, your queen is separate, you mine your air defenses, and you set your sweepers up to channel the loons away from the critical structures. It's worth taking the time to look at this little base design of mine. You can sort of see the face of the Autobot insignia there. Little treat for those who manage to 100% Omega, and it happens relatively often. Okie dokie. So it's not all doom and gloom. Okay, let's take a look at one attack that... oh, that's not here. We'll take a look at one attack that actually did all right with the Laloon. And I believe it was on our team. And I believe it was Jokage again. Here we go. Jokage doing a Laloon. Okay. We've already seen Insan Joy. This is the crazy thing. If you have a strategy like Laloon and you go to it, you really should be able to learn how to defend it too. Okay. So the queen is exposed. Alright. Oh, a hidden Tesla. Watch out. And the CC is right there. Come on. CC and the queen all in one. You're going to get great value from just that one king. Well done, Jokage. Okay. And now we're going to try and draw the rest of the CC out. Poison. Jokage, I would have preferred you if you took another poison on that one. Alright, but in this case, the one poison will be sufficient with your queen using the ability early. So, queen down. CC down, didn't get any expos, but not going to be too much of an issue. Sending in the hounds, one at a time, and the 2 groups, fantastic. There's the 3rd hound as a reserve, and you can see when he sets up his rage path, he keeps the loons on the straight and narrow, as it were. Flying into a sweeper is not always the best idea, but if you can't avoid it, you can't avoid it. We've got a few pups running around now, and tanking for that last expo was that 3rd and final hound. Fantastic. Or was it 4th? Who's counting? Alright, so the haste spell's in, and the rest of this is done and dusted. Sends the minions in behind as a little bit of cleanup crew. Okay, so again, that is how you defend against Laloon. That is how you not defend against Laloon. Okay, just a few little tips and tricks for you if you are looking to either use it or abuse it. Dr. J has a very good Laloon base too. We'll probably look at it one day if he puts up a defense, but until that day, just take these little tips on board. Alright, that's going to do it for today. A short one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Hope you appreciate the video. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, etc. And I'll see you next time. Dev out.